Hey, Doozer shop here. Been on vacation, took a week, went to Buffalo with my wife, and seen the sights of Niagara Falls and everything. Seen some friends. Seen Mark and Jim, and if you guys know Jim, he's got a lot of stuff, machine tool type stuff, and he gave me a few items for my shop. Let me kind of take you handheld. I'll show you some of the stuff I got from Jim. You know, as you guys know, and as Jim knows, I've got the Pratt & Whitney jig borer, and I've got the Pratt & Whitney lathe. And Jim's got a Pratt & Whitney tool cutter grinder, the radius grinder. I hope to get fairly soon. Maybe I'll drive a truck up there next year and get that. But Jim's given me a little, I guess, a care package of some Pratt & Whitney items. Let me go through what I got. Okay. I know you guys love flying handheld. All right, we're situated. All right. So, on ye old planer table, got some cool items. Let me zoom in on the, pretty cool. So these are end measures, right? How cool is that? Pretty nice. So these are measurement standards. You'd put these on the Pratt & Whitney jig borer. These would come with it. That's how you do the table movements, is you measure with gauge rods and micrometers. So 1 inch, 1 inch, 2 inch, 2 inch, 3 inch, 3 inch, 4 inch, 4 inch, and I guess these are 8 inch or something. But, and then you got the micrometer heads for your actual you know, decimal dimension, and these are your hard, fast, big inches. So that's pretty cool. Thank you, Jim, for that. And actually, I gave him a couple bucks because even though he was generously offering these for free, I gave him some money because you know, more money to buy tools among friends, right? Now this dude, Brian Block's got one of these for his Giddings & Lewis horizontal boring mill. Of course, mine's there in the background, my Giddings & Lewis. So what this is, is a centering device made by Pratt & Whitney. 4 Morse taper, and it's got a box, fits beautifully. Take it out, kind of set it here. Let me kind of set it. Yeah. So this is 4 Morse taper, which is what the Giddings & Lewis is, and of course I've got a 4 Morse taper collet for the Pratt & Whitney jig borer. Yeah, the spindle over there is 4 Morse taper. So what this dude does, let me kind of set it. So it's adjustable for the offset. There's no good way to film this. So there's your indicator, and there's your stylus, your probe. And this thing moves left or right depending on ID or OD clocking. It's a centering device, right? It's pretty cool. So, gosh, you can't. So, I mean, that was almost a disaster. That's almost a disaster. It sucks. You're looking through the viewfinder. All right, we're gonna move that. I mean, you get the idea. So that's cool. What this dude is, it's aluminum. And it was galled up a little bit just from dirt and moving it. So I took it all apart, ran a file across everything, and I I applied some Johnson's paste wax, which is carnauba wax, to the aluminum, and it fills in the scratchies and whatever, makes it nice and smooth. So, set that there. Gosh almighty, the drama. This is just a 3/4 gauge, 3/4 inch, 0.7501 tenth over gauge rod. I really don't know what it's for. Maybe I don't know. If you put that in the tailstock of a lathe, you could clock the headstock and tailstock alignment. I'm not sure, but it's nice to have. Anyways, Pratt & Whitney, right on, eh? So that's cool. All right, don't drop it, Doozer. So that's good. 2 Pratt & Whitney items from Jim in Grand Island, New York. So that's nice. Thanks very much for that, Jim. I will put both of those to use. Nice to have both of these for the Pratt & Whitney jig bore. And of course, being 4 Morse taper, I can use it on the Giddings Lewis. All right, cool. Still haven't, I need to get a bulb for that lamp. Put it together. Picked up a cart, a little industrial surplus there. I'm already putting it to use. Metal cart, it's not too wide, not too big, not too tall. So that's going to be handy for the shop. And that's my boxes of stuff I got to throw up in the attic and da-da-da-da. Turn the dang radio off. You got to finish my vacuum cleaner project. Okay, we got a clean spot on the table. Turn the lamp on. There you go. Jim gave me a couple books. It's pretty nice. National Twist Drill. Boy, oh boy. Nice book. And they've got the binding rings. These old books. Look how white the paper is. Man, this is just not yellowed or the colors. You know, the drills and what else they got? They got bell hanger bits and wood borer bits and blanks, oil hole stuff. Okay, we know drill bits. Reamers, spiral reamers, sweet or regular reamers, chalking reamers, shell reamer, or not shell reamer. Yeah, I guess these are shell reamers. Yeah. These mount on a shank. They're kind of nice. Tapered reamers for taper pins, and you got all different kind of helical. Those helical reamers are nice for taper pins. They don't bite and grab. Oh, counter bores, back-facing tools. Like these old catalogs, you can learn so much from them, right? You even got stuff about how to sharpen your cutters in here. Let me see if I got. I don't know. End mills, straight cutters, big honkin' end mills. You don't see double-ended end mills nowadays. They're all single-ended. But back in the day, you could flip them over in your end mill holder. And deep ones and decimal stuff. Oh yeah, how to sharpen them, right? How to sharpen them. That's freaking awesome. All your drill bit angles. You should learn how to sharpen a drill bit by hand. All the different types of reamers and sockets. 1 3/4 per foot is what a knockout tool is supposed to be. That's sweet. Who knew? Just good information. Oh yeah, your thread forms and for worm sharpening and milling data. I'm not gonna go and want too deep. Oh, these are so cool, right? Who doesn't want one of those? Stand. Almighty, so neat. Just saw that bell type. Da 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 da. All right, we love that. That's cool. Thanks, Jim, for that. And then we got the bandsaw dual. We got the dual bandsaw Osaurus over there, right? I've got a few dual books. This one, they made a dual saw out of plexiglass. That's just sweet, right? That's neat. Because it's a dual saws are Weldmans. And the guy in the lab coat, right? With the hydraulics, huh? If you got a lab coat on and a clipboard, or at least a bandsaw blade under your arm, you're a bona fide expert, right? Research service. Look at that building. Man, that's a cool work there back in the day. Oh yeah, those guys are, you know, pretty smart there, reading the book there, special report on sawing stuff apart. And you got the dudes there, and right on. This is a special report on bearing sawyering. And the tooth angles and the nomenclature. And more of how to cut and how not to cut, and band types and grit blades, and you know, all the schmookity dook. Highly recommended. Oh man, let me cut all this stuff, and got the dude there following the lines. All right, you don't need my social commentary. Good stuff. Doozer's truck, right? Jim and his wife know I've got a international pickup, so they sent me they gave me this. Talks about this, and of course Jim stuff's in, you know, I'm in Chuck's and Van Norman stuff, because Jim knows I got a Van Norman 22LU. It's pretty neat. So Jim's kind enough with that. Here's a Suburbanite built by International. I'd love to have one of those. Good Lord, wouldn't that be the family fun machine right there? International was the first to have a four-door this and that and a Suburban type vehicle. I believe that's true. Correct me if I'm wrong. Oh, well, that's just actually an insert, but got the Scout. Man, everybody loves the Scout nowadays. It's in fashion, in vogue. Oh yeah, this is kind of the rest of that with the trucks, and you know. So this purple one is kind of like my my one fire truck with that beautiful. I think it's beautiful front end. So I've got basically both of these trucks. I've got, this is the 68, 67, 68 R185 fire truck. It's actually R185-6 because the 6 means it's the fire chassis. And of course my half-ton pickup is just like that. All right, and this has got like a little service body on it. Really cool. Thank you, Jim. Of course the S series. I don't like the S series grill as much as the R series, but pretty cool. Anyhow, thanks for that. Appreciate you there. Now this is really sweet. Base prices of machine tools. Now this is the serial number book, right? Office of Price Standardization, Washington, 25 DC. So this thing is really neat. If you can, I've been looking on eBay for this, but maybe if you guys are wanting one of these. And same thing, kind of the whole nomenclature, military standard way of describing, you know, lathe, comma, engine, comma, turning, comma, threading, you know, just the whole how did he do. But the cool thing is, it's a list of every tool manufacturer in the United States up until I think 47. I think this is 47, 37, and 27. But it talks about serial number, right? Okay, so zoom in there. 1919, 1927, 1935, and 1947, right? And serial number ending in whatever is, you know, the year. So you can kind of date things by year, right? So this has, again, right there, da-da-da-da. It's all, but just the names in here and the options and the weights and the, you know, the table travels, and this is lathes, mills, grinders, everything, right? And that was the last. Let me find some other stuff. Just the names in here, the brands, is just fabulous, pretty neat. And again, the different serial numbers, be very careful. This and that, and you know how they categorize stuff, and the weight in pounds, and the new price, right? So the new price, and I guess this is the last 1947 price is what this all was. And they have equivalent tools, the old style stuff. You know, Seneca Falls lathe, so-and-so is equivalent to a South Bend lathe, so-and-so. That's in the front. But this thing's cool. It's got my Rockford planer. It's got the Giddings and Lewis horizontal boring mill. It's got my Pratt & Whitney lathe, my Pratt & Whitney jig bore, the Rockford, the Clearman drill, the Van Norman machine. It's got the Gorton mill. Not SIP because that's foreign, right? That's Swiss. But it's got the Giddings and Lewis, and it's got the Dual bandsaw. It's got the planer, the Rockford planer. It's even got the Pratt & Whitney lathe. I didn't look if it's got the Brown & Sharp grinder. It may. But anyhow, if any of you guys, friends of mine, just subscribers to the channel, are interested in a serial number, and it might be in this book up to pre-1947, you know, give me a holler in the comments, and I'll try to look it up for you. Tell me exactly, like, the exact model and serial of your machine, because that's kind of how they go. But anyhow, so that's that. Just kind of wanted to show you the whole meat and potatoes of it all, and a few of the things I got, you know, from buddy Jim. So Jim's doing well. Mark seems to be doing well, and you know, everybody's seems to be faring just fine up in New York there. So thanks for watching this quick video of Doozer Shop, and we'll see you on the next one.